Let's look at the car. I don't know how out there this is, but let's talk about it, because when you sent me this image, the American Communications Construction Top Fuel Dragster, Rick Ware Racing, it's covering our faces as we speak, but boy, this thing is a beautiful car. It looks fast. It's patriotic. That ties into a theme that you have had your entire career, and just a very good looking race car.
100%. And, you know, I had different designs done. I thought it was going in a different direction, and Rick had this one done and sent it to me, and I went, yes. You know, and it looks like Clay's. Clay's is a familiar car. And Rick, for the first time, is saying, let's make them look like team cars. And they do. You know, back when I drove the Army car, and Antron had a Madco car, and, you know, we had a Mopar car, and we had, you know, it was all over the place. And, you know, nothing looked the same. And even though it may not be important that they all look the same, because each sponsor wants their look, that is a great team unity right there. You got two cars between mine and Clay's that are going to look somewhat opposite but the same. You know, he's white in the front, I'm black in the front. We got a couple reversed areas, but it looks exactly how a team car should look. So when it came out and I saw it, Rick called and said, I have a plan. And it was the first time I heard, you know, someone say that in a long time, where I have a plan and this is what it's going to be. And I went, I like it. My wife looked at it. He said, it's a good looking car, clean, excellent looking, has the American flag, has everything, the eagle, everything that Avon wanted for his company. You know, they're a Tomball, Texas company. I will guarantee you the amount of American flags you will see in Texas will surpass any other country, well, I call it a country because it's my country. It's Texas. But any other state in the union, right? You're going to see American flags all over the place. This is an incredibly patriotic place. And I always say, I got an American sponsor right now from Texas, higher end Texas people doing Texas size work. And I can't be happier, man. I'm proud, kind of like a Torrence, man. That dude, he does great things for Texas. And you know, I've only lived here 10 years. And from the moment I got here, I knew this was my home. So I'm happy. I'm proud to represent a Texas company. Aloha, his wife's company's on the card too. You know, it's another good Texas company out in Tomball. So just happy as could be.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And what do they do? Just so we understand, American Communications Construction. So is it like cell towers? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, they do under the ground, the fiber optics for you know, AT&T and Comcast, and they make things go fast. And guess what? So do we. It's serendipitous, man. It's meant to be.
Well, I like that too. And in terms of sponsorship that we need, you know, like data and all that, that's what everything is. Everybody's talking AI now, data. I like the idea that we're in on it, even if it's the infrastructure side of it, right? Like it has to get into the ground. Otherwise you can't use your data. So
here's something. And there's so many great new drivers trying to come up, and they're all doing the same thing. What you do and what I did, you know, as an alcohol racer, is I looked at every sponsor on the side of every other car, and I called them and said, hey, do you want to sponsor me? And I look back and I thought that was really embarrassing. You got to look outside the box. This has never been done before. You got to go outside, pull someone didn't ever come or think that this would be a tie-in and bring them to the race. The fact that we're all trying to take the sponsor on the side of the car. I can tell you this. And I've talked to Avon about it. I go, you're going to get 10,000 calls. Every team out there, Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock, they're all going to call you now. Hey, we could do it better. We're blah, 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 because it happened last time and just is the way it is. And you got to deal with it. It's uncomfortable, but it's part of the thing. But I'm telling you, for a young kid, stop taking the ones off the cars. All that does is bring the value down. Start looking at companies that are outside that can benefit from it and reach out. And you know how you do that? You don't just send letters. You get yourself out there. Get yourself around people that have companies. Talk to them about what you do and network and be smart about it. And when they have an interest, make a plan on how you can help them and bring it out to them. Because, you know, this sponsor stealing, swapping junk is just so nonsense. It's for the birds.
You know, I'd love hearing you say that. There's, 50 sponsors at the track, and there's 50 million that aren't at the track. And you've got a background, like you have a track record bringing people into the sport. And he seems excited. I love the idea that you're exposing the world of drag racing to new folks. And he's going to be out there. Now, you made some test hits. I heard it went well, but I haven't talked to you. Characterize it. The testing, where are you in that? The car, is it doing what you want it to do? All of those things.
It was hot. I was happy it started. It was, I mean, Richmond was I don't even remember what the track was, 147, 150. I'd never, it was peeling the soles off our shoes, man. It was ruthless. But the car was leaving nice, staging nice. Uh, Everything about it was going smooth. We'll work through the bugs, we'll work through the things, but we have a car that I've driven. Uh, Everything there worked well. We'll start building a new car. We need to have a backup car because, believe it or not, I consider myself a fairly small dude. Clay is smaller, and I went to get in his cars, and my shoulders were wrapped around. If I ever had to run a backup car, so we need to get our stuff built. These things take time, but I believe the car will come out in Indy and haul butt. Rob and Troy, they've been at the races with them for the last couple of weeks. I don't know if they'll go to Brainerd. Honestly, it's probably a question they need to ask. We're down to 2 weeks now, and we have two semis getting wrapped today. The car will be wrapped today, tomorrow. I mean, this week it'll be wrapped. It's the parts and pieces that need to get in the lounge of the truck and lounge of the trailer, and uh, it takes just an incredible amount of finance and parts and pieces that can be delivered on time. Now, we're lucky with Clay. It's all there. If we need to borrow, we'll borrow and we'll replenish because thanks to Avon and those companies, we have the budget to do it now. But, it's what's necessary to go out and race here. And I'm proud that it's all falling into, I shouldn't say falling, it's getting jammed into place quickly because we test in 2 weeks, man. I think next Saturday, what day is today? Tuesday. Next Saturday, my bus gets picked up from Texas and driven to Indianapolis to be parked. So when we fly in on Tuesday, we can test on Wednesday. Because I think there's only one day of testing, which scares me to death. But it is what it is. NHRA makes the rules. We follow them.
Right. Clay says it was 104 to Clay. First of all, Clay is like active participant in the chat. Thank you very much, Clay. And thank you for your repost on X where you have like 250,000 followers. Thank you, Clay. He said it was 147 degrees. And he also says that the shop is absolutely wide open craziness. You can use WFO if you want, Clay. But that is, meanwhile, this guy's doing burnouts on city streets in Akron, Ohio.
That's what I told him. He needed to be backloading the trailer up. What the heck's he doing out there playing games?